This Bellroy Lite Duffel review will cover everything you need to know to decide whether or not this is the duffel for you. But don't worry, in case you're not quite sold, then you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of this review, where I'll make some alternative recommendations for duffels that better suit your needs. First, we will discuss the gist of the Bellroy Lite Duffel. So this is basically a super lightweight, as the name would suggest. The tagline is that it's rugged enough for adventure, but light enough so you can move with the wind. God, that's good copywriting by Bellroy. But it's actually not wrong. The durability is pretty impressive. We've got some really water-resistant and rip-resistant materials, which I'll go into a bit more depth on in the next section. And the weight is also pretty impressive because it clocks in at 1.3 pounds. Now, this is a 30-liter duffel. 30 liters is, as you can see, this big, but it's a good size for everyday carry or light travel. Some of the top features are the quick access side pocket, comfy handles with a nylon that I'm a big fan of. I'll tell you about that in the next section. Waterproof zips, some decent internal organization, and the ability to be carried in hand mode or shoulder mode. As of recording, the duffel comes in 1, 2, 3 color options. This is the duffel when it's empty. Notice that it is like super flat, and because of that, super packable. But it also packs out really nicely because this is the duffel when it's full. Now I'm gonna pack it out throughout this entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. This is the duffel when I'm wearing it fully packed out. For reference, I'm 5'8". This is covered by Bellroy's 3-year warranty, which protects against manufacturer defects. And for all that, the Lite Duffel runs around $130 US. Now, super important, if at any point during this review, you're thinking to yourself, holy moly, love the lightweightness, love the Bellroy sexiness, I'm getting one, and you're gonna make a purchase, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description. Reason being is that link makes sure that you get the best price, but it also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel, which we greatly appreciate. Thank you. All right, let's start with the outside of the Bellroy Lite Duffel. Let's start off with the logo. Not too much to say. Bellroy's branding, always super subtle, super discreet. It's got that quirky, urban sort of look, which we're huge fans of, and by we, I mean like me. And one big part of their identity is this material that they use, and they don't always use the same materials, but it's always got a Bellroy sort of look and feel to it. This external material is a ripstop nylon. Notice those squares, diamond-like shapes in the bag? That's literally like stitches to make sure that if there's a rip, it stops, hence ripstop. And this particular ripstop is super lightweight. In fact, it's 3 times more lightweight than Bellroy's other materials. And it's super water resistant. And it's made from 100% recycled PET plastic bottles. And due to that lightweightness of it all, it can be rolled, it can be flattened like a pancake. It's super packable, super light, and super versatile, whether it's for your EDC or your travels. I'm gonna throw a pillow in here just so we can get the whole packed out look, because you're gonna usually have stuff in this duffel, and it makes it a lot easier to talk about this next section, which is this sort of side front quick access pocket. This side front quick access pocket is protected by a single YKK PU coated zipper. Notice right here, this is that shiny mattness, that's the PU coating. Just make sure that it's weather resistant so no water gets in. I like the zipper pull itself. Bellroy is so good at like these little accents, the shadow color, but also we got some functionality as the zipper pull has a little knot at the end, which gives a little bit extra easier sort of opening and closing of this compartment. And when you're inside, we've got basically 3 sections, like just the regular area, right? And then 2 pockets. Love the color of these pockets. This creaminess just kind of looks premium. It gives it a vibe, and also it kind of creates a highlight effect inside the bag, which makes it easier to find your gear. Oh, and we've got a key leash. So let's load it out with a few things. And because, like I said, it's a quick access pocket, I'm gonna throw things in there that I might want quicker access to. Some things being my fake Ray-Bans. Bought those in Vietnam for $1.50 US. So you better keep it safe, Bellroy Lite. Little snack in case I get hungry, right? Wallet, portable battery. I'll throw my phone in there. We'll go ahead and attach the keys as well. And you can see these pockets are big. They got some beefiness to them. They got some space to them. And also we got some elasticity as well. I don't think that elasticity is necessarily necessary, but I guess it gives it a little bit extra versatility in case you want to put bulkier things in there. And then you got the sort of additional space, which you can put something a little bit smaller in there or thinner. I'm gonna throw a moleskin. Oh yeah. And you can see we're rocking and rolling now. Everything fits. A lot of organization, a lot of simple organization, but it's actually bigger than it looks, right? And it zips up super easy. Organization is super important with a duffel, with a backpack, and nobody knows that better than us, because I'm not sure if you know this, but here at Nomads Nation, we're actually building our own backpack and documenting every single step on this YouTube channel. So if you're interested in watching our process and you wanna see what it takes to build a game-changing backpack, we might be building a duffel next, but we're starting with a backpack, and you want to actually help vote on some of the key features of the backpack, then I recommend taking a look at the second link in the description. That link will give you more information on our Building a Backpack project, and to get a behind-the-scenes look as we're building this thing in public. It's really cool. It's like the first community-developed backpack of its kind. You'll definitely wanna join up if that interests you, and I hope to see you in your inbox. Back to this guy. Let's talk about some of the handles and like the handling experience. Now, yet again, a small thing that like a bag nerd like me loves, but look at this nylon webbing. And you can see right here, we just got this little like black and white with the subtle grays, and it's just got a more premium feel and look to it. You don't need like a ton of padding, but I love it's like the length of these handles, right? There's enough room to grab the bag, and they didn't overcomplicate it. There's no buckles to snap it together or magnets where it clicks into place. It's like, hey, this is a simple duffel. It's the light duffel. Now notice real fast, with how long these handles are, you can sort of do a shoulder carry with the handles, which I do greatly appreciate, because sometimes you just don't want to put the shoulder strap on, but you still want to carry it in shoulder mode, so you can do that. But if you want to go into full shoulder mode, you just go ahead and clip these on with this little G hook. These things can be a bitch and a half to get on and off, but they're secure. You can see that it uses the same nylon webbing, super stylish. Obviously the nylon webbing will depend on the type of bag that you get and the color. We got some nice hardware here. I'm not sure who makes this hardware, but it's got a little matte finish, which is nice. And you can see that we have full duffel mode, and you can really loosen this guy up. So if you really like a lot of excess sort of, you like to wear it like low, right? Like right now this is like to my kneecaps. I'm 5'8", so I'm not the tallest dude in the world, but it's nice to have that versatility, or you can tighten it up to what I would call a little bit more fit and a tidy carrying experience. We got some padding, which has some ventilation. This has actually got a really nice feel to it. It's like it's got some airiness to it. I love the actual mesh that they're using. So this will bear the weight. It will give you a little bit extra comfort. Let's talk about the inside of the Bellroy Lite Duffel. Now the access to the main compartment is accessible with this PU-coated zip, right? It's the same one that gives you access to the quick compartment. They added this glossiness that usually doesn't exist on other bags. This is just to give it kind of that little panache, that little quirky urban that Bellroy loves so much. But one thing that's interesting, instead of like a normal duffel where you got two zippers in the middle that you open like that, they put their zips on each end, which has pros and cons to it. Now, it's good because it gives you a really big opening, right? In a way that you couldn't have done if it was at either end, because it would pinch. So that's the pros, but the cons is sometimes it can get a little bit confusing. It's just a little bit different. It's a new user experience, so something that you have to sort of play around with and sort of build a habit to get used to. But for me, after testing it out in the Venture Sling, I really learned to like it a lot because of that openness that it gives you. Yeah, this double opening to the main compartment, I'm a big fan of it, but what do you think? Unnecessary, confusing, innovative? Let me know if you think this is a better opening solution to the main compartment than a more traditional solution where the zippers are in the middle. I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Let's talk organization. On either side, we have pockets here, two elastic pockets on the opposite side of the quick access panel, right? So this is on this side of the front. So on the inside, we have these two pockets, and that is literally it. Minimalist as f. Let's talk about the side pockets first. These are marketed as a great spot for your water bottle. I got a 17-ounce Lark right here. Been treating me well for the past few weeks. But you can see we got a lot of room to spare. This is a big pocket. So my little 17 ounce is getting sort of swallowed in there. 22-ounce Columbia, same situation, right? So, if you're using this bag for the gym, which I suspect many of you might be, and you got those big, girthy Nalgene water bottles, should be able to fit in there, no problem. We got a little pull tab right here that just gives you a little bit of extra leverage, right? If you want to sort of open it as a, it's a little thing, but those little things go a long way at this price point. And before I use the side pockets, let's fill out the actual main compartment. Because what I like about this bag is the versatility. So let's just say you have like a light day out in the town, you just want to bring your tech pouch, jacket, sweater, and a water bottle. You can do all that, and the duffel is nice and light, and because of its lightness, it sort of folds into itself, and it feels like it's supposed to be like a 15-liter duffel. But then, on those days when you want to pack it out, you got more stuff, you want to throw your shoes in there, big old headphones, a notebook to get some work done, right? Now we're really decking it out. Let's throw a few more things in there, right? Another jacket in case it rains, maybe a little cube. I'm just trying to show you like that actually, has an impressive amount of capacity, and it can sort of, because of its material and its build, it just kind of then expands. And now you're in full 30-liter mode. Now there's one thing to note is for all you workers out there, you digital nomads, there's no laptop sleeve or any sort of organization for that sort of tech gear. For these side pockets, I'm just gonna put things in there that I just want to be organized. So on one side, I'll put like my health stuff, right? My nicotine gum, some napkins, sanitary wipes, just in case I need that. I know where it is. On the other side, I'm gonna throw my reusable tote, right? I'm at the grocery store. I don't wanna be rummaging around in the bag to find it. I know it's right here. These pockets have a bit of expansion, but don't put a lot of heavy stuff in there because there's no structure in this area, right? So those pockets are gonna kind of collapse in themselves a little bit. It's just like some small things. Zip it back up, and that's a duffel, baby. Let's talk pros and cons. Overall pro number 1 is going to be the lightweightness of the materials. Overall pro number 2 is going to be the durability of the materials. And overall pro number 3 is going to be the versatility that this bag gives you, whether it's a compressible travel pack, a small gym duffel, a larger road trip duffel, whatever you kind of want it to be, this bag can sort of do it all. Except on the cons, it's not gonna be good for your work gear if you are a laptop warrior such as myself. Con number 2 is maybe I could have used a little bit more padding in the hand handles. And con number 3, I do think at $130, it's a little on the pricier side in terms of value, but I think that the durability of the materials might help neutralize that, as this bag can last years and years and years. So, still here, still watching this, there's a good chance you might be thinking to yourself, going to get one. Then if that sounds like you and you're gonna make a purchase, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description. Reason being, that link will make sure that you get the best price. I don't want you to get ripped off, but it will also help to support our Nomads Nation YouTube channel, which we really, really, really appreciate. Thank you so much. But you also might be like, Aaron, nah, not for me. Give me some alternative recommendations. Let's go. I got a few for you. Alternative recommendation number 1 is going to be the Pakt One. This is a great duffel for you if you're like, dude, love a good travel duffel, but I really need that laptop protection, which is exactly what the One gives you. It's a very innovative middle laptop carry protective solution, and you can watch our full review by navigating on down to the description below and you'll find a full link. Alternative recommendation number 2 is going to be the Aer Go Duffel. This is gonna be great for you if you're looking for another packable duffel, but maybe something that's just like a different take. It's not as quite quirky urban as Bellroy. It uses a different material. It's got a different vibe. And to learn more about that bag, you can go ahead and navigate on down to the links below where you'll find our full review. And finally, my third recommendation for you is going to be the Design Travel Duffel 35-liter. This is for you if you don't really need the lightness and you want something that's a little bit more heavy duty and durable. Peak Design makes some of the best equipment on planet Earth. It's an impressive duffel. And to watch our full review, simply click right here. You'll learn more about why this duffel is so awesome, the pros and the cons, and whether or not it's for you. Be sure to watch the next video. My name's Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.